Hello friends, welcome back to English as it is. Today's video content is nouns and their uses and classification. So first, I will show you how to classify nouns or how to categorize nouns in English grammar. And then I will explain how to use nouns. Two of them, there are three uses of nouns in English grammar. Two are very common as subjects or objects. Number three is very, very important. I will explain it after I explain the classification of the nouns first. So when we talk about nouns, divide nouns in this way. Okay? So nouns can be first classified or divided into two categories, abstract and concrete. Remember, according to the Bible, God said, let there be light. So he first created abstract thing. Gradually he created concrete things. All right? My point is that whenever we get the idea of something, that is mental creation, concept or idea, that idea leads us to the concrete shape and size of that object. Okay, so accordingly, remember that nouns, whatever we see around us, okay, they are concrete, but whatever we feel, whatever we conceptualize in our mind, or whatever we imagine, all right, in our visual context or mental scenario, so they are abstract. All right, and accordingly I have divided nouns into two broad categories. First, abstract and concrete. So how are the different? Remember, abstract nouns are based on ideas, concepts, feelings, imagination and sensibilities. All right, while concrete nouns are based on the five senses, and that's why they are tangible. And of course, all the concrete nouns are three-dimensional, meaning all the concrete nouns, they have their length, breadth, and height. That's why they are three-dimensional, and that's why they are tangible. Second difference, abstract nouns are not to be counted or measured. That means we can't count or measure an abstract noun, all right? While we can do so in case of a concrete noun. Let us take example. So light, we can measure it. We can measure the brightness of the light, but we can't measure light. In fact, we can see light. Light helps us to see other things, but we can't see light itself. So light is an example of abstract noun. Similarly, love, hatred, illness, enmity, patriotism, honor, etc. So these are examples of mental creation, ideas, and that's why these concepts or ideas vary to a large extent from man to man. So my concept of love may be different from your concept of love. Okay? So these abstract nouns are that's why variable. They vary to a large extent, almost anywhere, anytime. But if we talk about the material nouns or the concrete nouns, then we will see that the concrete nouns, they are much more specific, much more exact, and much more dimensional. All right, so now let's classify the concrete nouns into different categories or subcategories. First one is material. So how to define or explain a material noun? Remember, natural or man-made raw materials usually uncountable. Let me explain. So there are things in nature which are not man-made, and there are also things which are man-made. But if those materials are sort of or in the form of raw materials that can be used or that are used to manufacture ready-made goods by nature or by human beings, then those raw materials will be called material nouns. Examples are plastic, wood, soil, milk, gold, etc. So here I have three pens. Take for example, this is a pen, and this pen is made of plastic. So plastic is a man-made raw material, and we use this plastic to make so many different other things. All right. So plastic is a material noun. Similarly, say wood, natural. Now we use wood to manufacture or produce or make different other finished goods like chair, table, furniture. Then soil, all right, we get different sort of figurines out of soil. Milk, out of milk we produce different sweets. And gold, gold is natural product, raw material, which we use to make ornaments. So these are the examples of material nouns. Because of these qualities, they are natural or man-made, and they are raw materials, they are unfinished products. All right, then comes common noun. Now remember that when I am coming from abstract to concrete, and from concrete I am dividing the concrete nouns, then I am really moving from the least specific to the most specific. So material is now more specific than a abstract noun, but common noun is even more specific than a material noun, because this time we are getting a ready-made, manufactured, specific shape and size based material. So natural or man-made finished products, or animals or human beings with categories, classes or types. That means we have uh, finished products either by nature or by human beings, and those products, finished products, the manufactured products, are having their categories or classes or types. Okay, that's why we call them common. For example, pen, man, chair, necklace. How? So I gave example plastic in case of material. Now this time plastic is material, but we used plastic, or the company used plastic to manufacture or make this pen, plastic pen. So this pen is now an example of common noun. Then man, okay, man is, we can say, the creation of God or nature, okay, out of clay, if we say so. So man is a finished product by God out of clay or soil. Then chair. So chair is the finished product of wood. Okay. Then gold, its finished product is necklace. And you see all of them, all these examples of common nouns, they have their categories or classes or types. Pen, different types or classes, 3 categories: blue, black, red. Or this is a plastic pen, whiteboard marker. There could be, or there are fountain pens, ball pens, so many other categories. Similarly, man, different types or categories of man, like Asian, American, African, white, Negro, brown, so many classes. Then chair also, and necklace. That means in this case, there must be categories, classes or types. All right. So let's now move on to the most specific nouns in terms of the concrete nouns, and then it will be proper. That means in case of a proper noun, we have to pick out or single out a specific one of the common nouns out of its category or class or type, and we have to give it a name. For example, camlin. So plastic was the example of material. Then we got the example of pen as common noun. Then the specific name of this pen is camlin. So camlin is a proper noun because it's a specific name given to this pen, not to the other pens. Similarly, Trump, it's a name given specifically to a particular human being, an American, who is now the American president. Okay, so he is a man. Man is a common noun. He is a specific one. That's why he is proper noun now. Next example, sun. You can ask me how the example of sun or the word sun can be an example of proper noun. Here is the explanation. Sun is only one in the galaxy, but sun is actually a star. In the whole universe, there are numerous stars. Okay, that means sun is one of the many stars in the universe, and it is being given a specific name that is called sun, and that's why sun is a proper noun. Similarly, moon is also a proper noun because we see there are different. Okay, moon is a satellite. Moon is the only satellite of the earth. So there are other planets which have so many other satellites. So moon is a specific name to a particular satellite of the earth. Okay, that's why moon is also a proper noun. Okay. Now, so we have got material, common and proper. Now remember that if we take more than two common nouns together and consider them as a unit, then we get nothing but collective nouns. Explanation is a group of common nouns taken as a unit. All right. So it must be a group of common nouns, not material, not proper, not abstract. Okay. So that's why it is very, very important. So the examples are like, so if man is common, we can say a group of men, then group is becoming a collective noun. Similarly, here I wrote chair, which is an example of common noun. Collection of chairs together, it can be called a row. So a row of chairs, group and row, they are collective nouns. All right. So we have seen there are 5 types of nouns based on how specific they can be or they are with regard to one another. Now, all the examples over here of the 5 categories, all the nouns, they can be used individually or they can be used in a group called noun phrase. So after the classification of the nouns, let's now understand how we can use nouns differently in a sentence, and mainly 3 different ways. Number 1, as subject in a sentence. Then number 2, as object in a sentence. And number 3, most important, and that is to frame or to construct adverb phrase or adjective phrase. And this one is most important, and so I'm going to focus mainly on this third one today. Now, the rule is, in order to construct an adverb phrase or an adjective phrase, we have to first put a suitable preposition. After that, we have to take either a noun or a noun phrase. Then this combination of preposition plus noun or noun phrase will become either an adjective phrase or an adverb phrase. All right, let's see. Now see, we have got there as adverb and strong as adjective. Now if we expand these 2 words first into an adverb phrase and then into an adjective phrase, let's see. So there means at that place, and strong means with or of strength. So the combination is preposition plus noun, preposition plus noun phrase. All right. So this is the combination. This is how we are framing on our own to get an adverb phrase, and here it is an adjective phrase. Similarly, now means at this moment, and here say honest means with or of honesty. You see the same pattern follows: preposition plus noun phrase, preposition plus noun. That means if we even ignore these adverbs and adjectives, we are left with phrases, adverb phrases and adjective phrases where the combination is preposition plus noun or noun phrase. So noun or noun phrase can be used effectively to frame adverb phrase or adjective phrase. In other words, in order to frame an adverb phrase or an adjective phrase, we have to have a preposition and then a noun or a noun phrase. So that's the most important use of nouns, apart from their use of, say, subject or object in a sentence. All right, friends, that's about this video today. So I'll be back with more interesting grammatical contents for you, of course, with in-depth, exceptional and thorough analysis and discussion. And I hope you will be enjoying those videos as well, like this one. So see you soon with a fresh and new video for you, and keep watching and enjoying contents on this channel and just grow on your own. Thanks for watching and serve your motherland.